circuit in this workout. We're gonna have a rack hold, just like we did on Monday. We're gonna have our core tight. We're gonna do a little eighth of a squat here. So we're dropping into our legs, kind of in that athletic position. We're not trying to get a big squat here. We're just using our legs to give us some power for the upper body. Little quarter squat, press up, pull back down. Little quarter squat, press up, pull back down. I'm pulling those elbows all the way to my torso. Press up. See how my forearms stay vertical the whole time? Here, good. My torso stays up tall. Don't bring those hands in here. If you catch yourself in this position, see how my elbows are out? They're not down here. That's not what we want. So, little quarter squat, pop up, tall, own this position, and pull it back down. So we'll do 8 to 10 there. I'd like us to kind of start with a higher number, and then as we get used to it, as we get fatigued out, and as we can push that weight heavier, we're gonna go down to 8 reps. Then, I'm gonna grab my cable. I have 2 regular handle straps here, okay? One in each hand. I'm gonna step back. Make sure you have tension in the cable. So when you go back in, if your weights are hitting like that, it's no good. Every time you stand up in this upright position, we need to make sure that our weight's not hitting, the stacked weight stacks not hitting. We'll start here, we'll stand and rip, stand and rip. And I'm trying to get going with a little speed. I want to stay in the same place. If your feet leave the ground for an instant, that's okay. Try to add more weight on that next set so that our feet have to stay on the ground. So, we're gonna get our heart rate up. We're gonna get a good row in. And then we're also, when we get in this extended position, especially if we can get up on our toes, or if those feet can leave the ground for literally an instant, we're using our core to keep us from being pulled in towards the weight. So I'm here, and I'm gonna do 15 reps. So I've got 8 to 10 here with the little squat press. Again, not trying to squat deep, just trying to get a little help from our legs. And then we got 15 reps here. Your heart rate should be sky high after that. So I want you to rest 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe. Let that heart rate get back under 110, 100. And then we're hitting it again. We got 4 rounds. So for this next circuit, we're gonna have a dual kettlebell swing. So I'm gonna have 2 kettlebells. You're gonna go a little bit lighter than you would, obviously, with 1 kettlebell. You gotta have some room. We're gonna have a little bit wider stance as well. I'm still gonna start with both kettlebells out in front of me, and everything else is gonna be the same. I'm just gonna need to have a little wider stance, and it's gonna be a little more intense control. This is very important that we don't let that pelvis, especially when we get out, we don't wanna have this. We don't want that pelvis sit up forward, ribs to flare, and have it arch back. We're at the top, we're strong. Our abs have stopped us from extending the spine, and our glutes have thrown our hips as far forward as they can, and all that energy has magically gone out into the kettlebell. All right, so we'll start here. Height, boom. I add a little twist with my hands, that's a personal preference, okay? You don't have to do that, you can leave them here, that's fine as well. Okay, I'll show you what that kind of looks like from the side. Here, and again, in the finish position, you want to be tall. Don't worry about the kettlebell going up to the ceiling, especially when you got 2 of them, okay? You want to be tall at that position, okay? After that, we're going to have a simple row. So, I'm going to sit down into a squat position, and I'm going to reach a little bit. We've done a reach row where we reach out really, really far. I kind of want to go a little bit heavier today, so it won't be able to get as far out of a reach, but I do want some set of a reach. Reach, set the kettlebell back down, row to the hips, set it back down in front of the feet. I gotta keep my butt low, and I'm trying to keep my torso still. Set that kettlebell down on its edge, row back up, okay? We'll do 12 there, 10 to 12 there. I wanna push that weight too, so go ahead. Then, a little plyometric move, keeping the explosive fibers moving a little bit, getting this heart rate up, and getting a little body coordination. I'm gonna start with my left foot back. The ball is gonna be on the side of the front foot. So my right foot's in front, ball's gonna start on the right. I'm gonna switch my feet and chop the ball down. Boom. I've shifted my weight over to this other side now, so the weight's always on the side of the ball. And I'm going right back. I moved a little bit to the left. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. You're trying to chop hard. We'll do 10, chill for a second, get set, same deal. Boom, boom. We're trying to get the weight over to the opposite side, then back. Opposite side back, so your weight shift happens, okay? We're gonna do 10 on each side. Starting left high, then 10 starting right high. It's gonna get your heart rate up. So, We've got 4 rounds of those 3 movements. The double kettlebell swing for 10 to 12 reps. The row, keep your butt down, chest up, row out in front, row to your hips. We've got 10 to 12 of those, and 10 chops on the left side, 10 chops on the right side. As always, let your heart rate come back down. Give yourself 2 or 3 minutes before you start the next round. We have chin-ups. We're gonna do neutral grip chin. So I'm gonna have my hands facing one another. I've got some blocks here. I encourage you to get a bench, some blocks that you can give yourself a little nudge. We're gonna try to get 8 to 10 of these, all right? And if you don't get 8 to 10, I'm gonna encourage you just to finish out to 8 on those eccentrics. So say I get 6, I wanna try to get 2 eccentrics after I get my 6, okay? So we're just gonna play here. All right, I'm doing them. There's 6. All right, I can't get 7, Okay, reset, I've got my bench. I'm gonna jump up, and I'm gonna control my descent all the way down until my shoulders get long. Then I reset and get my last one, eccentric. Controlling until I get long. After that, I'm gonna go to push-ups. We can do our push-ups. We're gonna get 10 to 12 here as well. If we need to elevate ourselves, that's great. Don't do push-ups from your knees. Elevate your hands. Okay, get on a box, get on a bench, that's fine. Plates are great. You can put plates up, that's fine. But don't get on your knees like this. Make sure that we're up, and you can be elevated, that's fine. You can get up on a bench. You can use a counter, a kitchen counter is fine. Whatever you need, just don't go from your knees. Anyway, we're gonna do 10 to 12 push-ups. Real basics in the push-up. Make sure that your elbows are below your shoulder line. So I wanna keep those elbows tighter to my body, like this, keeping my midsection still. Okay, I'm not dropping my hips. I'm keeping my core strong. My butt's not way up in the air, although this is a lot safer than being down here. We want everything in the middle, and my torso moves as a unit, just like that. As I pull myself down, my shoulder blades come together. I press myself out, my shoulder blades go apart. I'm gonna try to get 10 to 12 there as well, okay? So we're gonna alternate back and forth between the push-ups and the chin-ups. With those push-ups and chin-ups, we're then gonna lay on the ground. And I've got my arm out. The more you bring your arm up, the harder this will be. The more the arm is out here, the easier it'll be. I'm gonna put my elbow and my knee together. They stay together, okay? I'm gonna now just roll, take my elbow-knee combo to the ground, and press back up. Hard roll to the ground, press back up. Hard roll to the ground, press back up. If that's easy, make sure we're keeping this together. Make sure that we're also not like laying back here. You gotta add some crunch to it. So pull up with that upper body. Instead of your knee meeting your elbow, have your elbow meet your knee. You can also bring this arm way further up so you can extend your shoulder more, and that'll also make it more challenging. We'll try to get 6 to 8 of these on each side, and we'll have 4 rounds of this. Push up, chin up, whatever order, chin up, push up. Then we have our rolls, okay? Again, on the push up, elevate your hands. Today is gonna be a suitcase curtsy. So I'm gonna stand here in my suitcase carry position. I want this weight to be pretty heavy, and I'm just gonna do a curtsy lunge with my offset leg. So my left hand's holding, my right leg is gonna do a curtsy, and I'm gonna come back up. And I'm just gonna complete 10 to 12 of these, okay? If you wanna get fancy, this leg doesn't have to touch the ground. I'm not gonna show you that because I'm not fancy, okay? But we're loading in this hang hip here and coming back up. 10 to 12 on each side. Then we're gonna lie in a side plank, okay? My top leg is gonna come up and it's gonna be about where my knee is. And I'm trying to keep that whole foot into the ground. And all I'm gonna do here, it's important I do not point this long toe. I'm gonna pull it back up towards me. And I'm just gonna lift up and back down. Up and back down. Up and back down. I can make that spicier by adding a weight. I can also make it spicier by lifting here and then trying to lift. So I'm getting up on this leg, getting this hip off the ground, and I'm trying to lift up. As you can tell, that's a lot more challenging. If you're unable to do that, so I'm here and I'm struggling to lift, but I'm getting plenty of tension here in this post leg and I'm still getting plenty of tension here. So even if you just have that isometric hold for 2 or 3 seconds and then try to lift it, that's great. You can have a partner kind of assist you there. Okay? Or again, leave that hip down and just lift back down. When I lift this long leg, I am driving the up foot into the ground. So while lifting the long leg, take this leg and push it into the ground. So boom, opposite motion, opposite motion. Trying to keep everything long. It's a really weird feeling. You're gonna feel high in the adductor, and that's our goal. 12 to 15 reps here as well. We got 4 rounds, and this will finish us out. If you have questions, shoot them to us. Thanks for the workout. Go crush it. We'd love to see you. Come do it in person with us. If you can, that'd be awesome. Have a great one. Appreciate you very much.